really hope by the time that we get to be 42, we will be, with the nonviolent Medicaid Army. We take so much inspiration from the MST. So I just really want to thank you, Anna, for everything you shared. And we organize ourselves on the basis of healthcare rights committees, which are kind of like our base groups, and then teams. So it's a similar structure in some ways to the MST. I was actually at the National Congress in 2014. Yeah. And so we have 5 regional healthcare rights committees. So Pennsylvania, I said this yesterday, it's 13 million people in our state, 67 counties. So we got a lot of work. But we have 5 committees right now, which span Southwest, Central Appalachia, which is the region that we're in right now, South Central, Southeast, and Northeast, and we're starting to build up in Northwest as well. I think in closing, just really what I want to say, we've been taking part in the Winter Offensive since the Homeless Union was reconstituted. We've taken part in the Winter Offensive every single year. I think it's very clear to us in our base building work that our base and the base of the Homeless Union, right, in terms of people who need healthcare and people who need housing, that's all of our people, like all of our people are struggling around those things. I think that there's 2 points I want to make. The first one is just that we know that we need to build this movement that is uniting and organizing the 140 million that we talk about in the Poor People's Campaign, half of this country that is poor or near poor, one paycheck, one housing crisis, one healthcare crisis away from poverty. And when you look at that number, that mass, we feel that is represented by the Nonviolent Medicaid Army, because that is the number of people that is on or unfairly excluded from Medicaid and more. So there's a strength in the Medicaid as a point of unity, right, among millions, tens of millions of people in this country are objectively united by the fact that they are either on or unfairly excluded from Medicaid. And then when we talk about the Homeless Union, we talk about people who are unhoused, we're saying, and I know Bruce from Illinois talks about how, the unhoused people are the tip of the spear, right? And we say that because, and we talk about both, right, the Nonviolent Medicaid Army and the National Union of the Homeless, on the basis of our relationship to the economy. So he's not saying that unhoused people are the tip of the spear in the way that it's like, oh, well, it's not oppression Olympics. It's not, oh, they're the most oppressed, so we have to organize them and only them because of this and that. That's not actually how he's saying it. It can be heard that way. But he's saying it because when we talk about the group of people that has the most to gain and the least to lose from a fundamental transformation of society, it's likely that unhoused people are the clearest on that right now, or can get the clearest to that right now today, right? But then we also have this huge mass that's one paycheck or one housing or one climate crisis away from poverty. And that's a group of people that we also have to be organizing right now too. And that's, together, that is the new and unsettling force that's going to unsettle the rest of society. So we don't want to fall into the divide and conquer politics, right? We don't want to fall prey to that. We don't want to fall prey to the kind of, all of that, because that's not the point, right? That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out different ways in to get to the root cause, to get to the system. And there's very big strengths in both the housing fight and the healthcare fight, right? The housing fight for that clarity of people who really can see that we have the most to gain and the least to lose. And there's a lot of clarity in the Medicaid fight because it is objectively uniting millions of people in this country right now that we need to organize, right? So those are 2 really big strengths that we have, and we have to be very clear as leaders about not letting ourselves be divided about these issues and about these struggles, and see how they're both part of the same strategy. So I'll just leave it at that.